While everyone's attention was focused on Chinese and Japanese companies, names like Tesla, BYD, and Toyota were everywhere, a long-established company in a corner of Europe was quietly developing something that's now making waves throughout the entire electric vehicle market. Yes, we're talking about Renault. The same brand that has dominated European roads for years has now created a car that has surprised everyone: the 2026 all-new Renault Clio. But the most surprising thing is that this car isn't electric. Yet it's faster than many electric cars. Renault has created such a powerful combination of petrol and hybrid technology that even Chinese and Japanese companies are scratching their heads. The car's design is so modern and sporty that it looks less like a small city car and more like a mini rocket that can perform explosively even in eco mode. The new Clio's hybrid engine is receiving praise not only for its mileage, but also for its speed and smooth driving. European auto experts are calling it the silent revolution of 2026, which has brought Renault back to the top of the game. And what technology has been used in it? And why is it shaking up the electric market? So be sure to watch the video till the end. Because further on, we're going to reveal all the secrets of this hybrid rocket. And yes, before we move on in the video, please subscribe to the channel so you can be the first to see such amazing videos. Before we delve into Renault's new hybrid car, let's understand its market. A new car from any company only inspires confidence when it's backed by a strong name and a long history. And Renault's name is synonymous with that trust. This company is one of Europe's oldest and most reliable car brands, having earned people's confidence for decades. While other companies were simply racing to produce electric cars, Renault was quietly thinking differently. A path that combined technology with reliability. Now, let's look at the numbers. Last year, in 2024, the Renault Group sold over 2.26 million vehicles worldwide. Imagine, while other companies were talking about a shrinking market, Renault maintained its growth. The Renault brand alone sold approximately 1.57 million units, which was more than the previous year. The message is clear. This brand is not just about the name, but also about performance. In Europe, Renault's dominance is most evident. In 2024, its sales in Europe increased by over 3%, while the overall European market grew by barely 1.5%. This means Renault was growing twice as fast as the rest of the market. Demand for its models is particularly high in countries like France, Italy, Spain, and the UK. In the UK, sales increased by over 20%. And it's not just Europe. Renault is now strengthening its presence in markets like Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Now, let's talk about its strategy. Renault understood that the future wouldn't solely depend on electric vehicles. Therefore, the company has focused entirely on hybrid technology. Today, when everyone is worried about charging stations, Renault is building cars that run on both petrol and electricity, the best of both worlds. In early 2025, the company announced that demand for its hybrid models had increased so much that it was now among the top 2 brands in the hybrid segment in Europe. And when it comes to reliability, the Renault name itself is a guarantee. In Europe, people consider it not just a car, but a trustworthy companion. Its parts are readily available, maintenance is affordable, and the service network is extensive. This is why, after so many years, Renault's hold on the market has not weakened, but has only grown stronger. So, the company's introduction of its new 2026 hybrid Clio is not a sudden move. It's the result of years of trust, experience, and technological advancement. Design and look. Small car. Big impact. Now, let's talk about the design and look of this new 2026 Renault Clio. And believe me, this is where the story gets interesting. Because this car, as small as it looks, has a huge impact. At first glance, you'll realize that Renault has put a lot of effort into the design this time. This is the same Clio that has been a favorite on European roads for years, but this time its new avatar is something else entirely. Bolder, more modern, and far more attractive. First, let's talk about its front look. The front of the new Clio now looks sharper and more aggressive than before. The company has given it new C-shaped LED headlights that give it a truly premium look at night. Its front grille is now wider and has a glossy finish, giving it a modern touch. There are subtle curved lines on the bonnet that make it even more beautiful when light falls on it. Even if you see this car coming from a distance, you'll immediately recognize that it's not just any ordinary city car, but a symbol of European class. Now let's talk about the side profile. Renault has done some very smart work here. The new Clio has a very sleek body with smooth lines and soft angles that give it a sporty look. The new design of its alloy wheels is also fantastic. Not too flashy, not too simple, just the perfect balance. And looking at its ground clearance and proportions, it's clear that Renault has designed it not just for show, but for all kinds of roads. Now, let's move to the rear. The rear design looks much more modern and compact than before. It features new LED taillights, a black finished bumper, and a subtle spoiler that makes it even more youthful. Even from the back, this car looks like it belongs to a premium segment. Overall, the Clio's exterior is the perfect blend of European charm and modern boldness. But the magic doesn't stop at the exterior. The interior is also amazing. As soon as you open the car door, the interior reveals that Renault has paid attention to every little detail. The soft-touch dashboard, digital instrument cluster, and the new 10-inch infotainment system, everything exudes a sense of class. The seats are designed to be more comfortable than before, and the company has used eco-friendly materials, which makes it even more special. The steering wheel is now new, giving it a sporty feel. It also features a new ambient lighting system that makes driving at night even more enjoyable. The AC vents have a more stylish design than before, and every feature is positioned in a way that makes everything easily accessible to the driver. It's this attention to detail that sets Renault apart from the rest. Engine and technology. The magic of hybrid. Now let's talk about the real thing. The engine and technology of the 2026 Renault Clio. You see, while the world is racing towards electric cars, Renault decided to do something different. The company said, instead of standing in line at charging stations, let's create a car that runs on both petrol and electricity. And that thinking became the foundation of this new Clio. The new Renault Clio features the company's new E-Tech full hybrid system. This is the same technology that Renault learned from its F1 racing experience, meaning it's a powerful combination of performance and efficiency. The car has a 1.6-liter petrol engine, coupled with 2 electric motors. One motor is directly connected to the engine, providing power, while the other motor recharges the battery and provides smooth acceleration. Now, what does this mean in simple terms? It means that when you're driving slowly or stuck in traffic, the car runs only on electric mode, without consuming any petrol. But as soon as you need acceleration or speed, the petrol engine kicks in, and both work together to deliver tremendous power. In other words, this car is smart. It decides for itself when to use petrol and when to use electricity. And that's what makes it special. Its hybrid system constantly senses your driving style. If you're driving leisurely, the battery does the work, and if you want to drive fast on the expressway, both the engine and motor work together to provide power. The result is that you always get a smooth EV-like drive, but without the hassle of charging. Now, let's talk about performance. And here Renault has truly excelled. Its engine delivers around 145 horsepower, which is quite powerful for a car of this size. The acceleration is so smooth that when you press the accelerator, the car moves forward with a steady push, not a sudden jolt, giving you a feeling just like an EV. And best of all, it's silent, meaning when it's in electric mode, you feel like the car is floating on air. Many people hear the word hybrid and think, oh, it's just something in between, neither fully petrol nor fully electric. But the truth is quite the opposite. The Clio's hybrid system is tuned to give you the best of both worlds. The petrol engine is reliable for long drives, and the electric motor saves fuel in the city. Renault claims that this car consumes up to 40% less petrol, meaning you won't have to visit the petrol pump as often. It features an automatic multi-mode gearbox that automatically decides which mode to use and when, without you having to worry about changing gears. Just hold the steering wheel and enjoy the drive. For those who commute daily to the office or drive in the city, this hybrid system is truly a blessing. Because in traffic, the car runs silently, and as soon as you hit the open road, it accelerates with full power. In terms of driving experience, the steering is incredibly light and responsive. Braking is smooth, and the car feels very stable even when cornering. Renault has balanced the suspension and weight in such a way that the car handles even the smallest bumps comfortably. Compared to EVs, the biggest advantage of the Clio is that you don't have to worry about range anxiety. You don't have to constantly think about whether the battery will run out. That's simply not an issue. Just fill up with petrol and go. And if you're in traffic, the electric mode takes over automatically. This is why many auto experts are saying that in the coming years, hybrid technology will give electric cars tough competition because it's practical, affordable, and designed to meet real-world needs. Impact on the global market. Now let's talk about the aspect that truly determines the strength of any car: its impact on the global market. Whenever a European company does something new, the world takes notice. But what Renault has done this time has truly forced major market players to rethink their strategies. As soon as the new 2026 Renault Clio arrived in Europe, its name resonated everywhere, from the media to automotive experts. The reason wasn't just its design or features, but its hybrid technology. While most companies worldwide are still focusing entirely on electric vehicles, Renault chose a middle ground, a path that is both practical and powerful. The biggest problem in the global market today is charging infrastructure. Many countries still lack sufficient charging stations for EVs. On the other hand, hybrid cars can be driven everywhere without any hassle. This is why the Renault Clio is being called a realistic revolution. From a market perspective, Renault's move is showing its impact even outside of Europe. The demand for hybrid vehicles is constantly increasing in countries like South America, Asia, and Africa. In these places, there is neither a proper charging system for EVs nor a stable electricity supply. In such a scenario, hybrid cars like the Clio are becoming the perfect option for people, hassle-free and worry-free. In Europe, Renault is already among the top brands, but now, with this new hybrid lineup, the company aims to establish its presence in every part of the world. According to company data, Renault's global sales have seen steady growth in the last few years, especially in hybrid and plug-in models. Cars like the Clio have further accelerated that growth. Now, let's talk about the impact. The hybrid system that Renault has introduced has forced major companies like Tesla, BYD, and Toyota to reconsider their strategies. Because cars like the Clio are showing that the future won't be purely electric, But smart hybrids will also hold their ground equally. Its low-emission and high-efficiency model is very practical for developing countries where electric charging is still difficult. In many countries, governments are now including hybrid vehicles in the eco-friendly category. This is allowing Renault to benefit from tax breaks and green incentive schemes. This means the car is not only affordable for consumers, but is also becoming a reliable option for governments. Market experts say that if Renault continues to grow at this pace for the next 2 years, it could become one of the top 3 companies in the world in the hybrid segment. And this is no joke, because today, with people looking for practical and budget-friendly technology, the Clio fits the bill perfectly. The most interesting thing is that the Clio is not just a European car, but is now becoming a global face. Its name is also trending rapidly on social media, especially in countries where people are hesitant about electric cars due to unreliable charging infrastructure. Renault understood this fear and created a hybrid system that combines the best of both worlds, the power of petrol and the intelligence of electricity. The Renault Clio has proven that innovation isn't always loud. Sometimes a quiet revolution has a greater impact. This car is for people who want modern technology, but also understand the ground realities. And now, while other brands are focusing all their efforts on pure electric vehicles, Renault has created a completely different wave globally with its hybrid technology. Price and variance. Budget-friendly game changer. Now let's talk about the part everyone's been waiting for. The price and variance. After all, no matter how fantastic a car is, if the price is out of reach, people will hesitate. But here, Renault has surprised everyone. The new 2026 Renault Clio is making waves in the market not only with its design and engine, but also with its price. First, let's get straight to the point. In Europe, the starting price of this car is around €20,000. This is the base variant, which has a petrol engine but is fully loaded with features. Now, if you want a more feature-packed model, there's a mid-range variant priced between approximately €22,000 and €23,000. And for those who want the full hybrid technology variant, the one that combines the power of both petrol and electric, the price goes up to around €24,000 to €27,000. Now you might be wondering, that's the European price, so what if it comes to India? Well, if this model were launched in India, its starting price could be around 7 to 8 lakh rupees. That means not the hefty price tag of an SUV, but a smart and budget-friendly hybrid car that even the average buyer can consider. Now just think about this. Today, when electric cars from big companies like Tesla, BYD, or Toyota start at over 30 lakh rupees, the Renault Clio is offering you the same technology experience at a much lower price. This is its biggest strength. The Clio is made for people who want modern technology, the benefits of a hybrid, and fuel efficiency, but also at a practical price. Renault has designed this car with the philosophy of a car for everyone. Whether it's a college-going youngster, a middle-class buyer with a small family, or a working professional, the Clio fits into everyone's budget. The base model is for those who want a simple, lightweight, and low-maintenance car. The hybrid variant, on the other hand, is for those who want to think a little more futuristically, those who want the power of both petrol and electric together. Another interesting point is that Renault also considered its competitors when pricing this car. The company observed that while the charging infrastructure for EVs is still incomplete, people are looking for practical options. This is why hybrid cars like the Clio offer people an EV-like driving experience, but without the hassle of charging. And when you get all this at half the price, there's no need for anyone to think twice. Renault has offered different trims. Some variants are designed for daily city driving, and some are more premium for those who want long drives or high performance. Emphasis has been placed on fuel efficiency and comfort in all of them. The biggest advantage is that every buyer can find a variant that suits their needs. No one will feel like, "I couldn't find anything within my budget." Compared to EVs, the Clio is half the price, but the experience is similar. A smooth drive like an electric car, the economy of a hybrid, and the reliability of a petrol car, all in one. This is why many auto experts are calling it a budget-friendly game-changer. Look, no matter how beautiful a car is these days, if it turns out to be a petrol guzzler, the fun is lost. Renault designed the Clio with this very thing in mind. Its new E-Tech hybrid engine is simply amazing. It delivers an average mileage of 25 to 27 kilometers per liter, depending on conditions. That's great performance and yet low fuel consumption. The Clio's engine is so smart that it automatically decides when to run on electricity and when on petrol. When you're driving slowly in traffic, it runs solely on the battery, meaning no petrol is used. And as soon as you need speed, the petrol engine kicks in, and the two combine to provide a smooth pickup. This means that while other cars guzzle petrol, the Clio makes the most of every drop. If you have a family who drives the car daily to the office, the market, or the kids' school, this car is perfect. It's not only light on the pocket, but also environmentally friendly. EV-like smoothness and petrol-like reliability, both in one car. Furthermore, Renault claims its maintenance costs are also very low because both the engine and motor operate in a balanced manner, reducing excessive load on the parts. Now, let's talk about safety. Renault has always been known for its safety ratings, and the Clio has furthered this tradition. This car has received a high safety rating from Euro NCAP, which indicates that this car is not only beautiful to look at, but also completely reliable to drive. It comes with 6 airbags, which provide protection from all sides. Technologies like ABS, anti-lock braking system, and EBD, electronic brake distribution, make braking extremely precise. This means the car won't skid even if you brake suddenly. The Clio also features lane assist, which alerts you if you're straying from your lane. Traction control keeps the car stable even on slippery roads. And the best part is the automatic emergency braking system, which automatically stops the car if someone ahead suddenly stops. Renault has also taken special care of child safety. It's equipped with ISOFIX child seat anchor points, so families can travel safely. The company has built it to European crash standards, which are among the strictest safety regulations in the world. Renault's future plan. Now let's talk about Renault's future plans. The Clio isn't just a car, but the first step in Renault's upcoming strategy. The company has made it clear that it is moving towards a smart hybrid revolution. Renault says that in the coming years, more than half of its cars will be hybrid or plug-in hybrid. This means the company isn't going all electric, but rather striking a sensible balance between EV and hybrid. This approach sets Renault apart from other brands. The company knows that EV charging systems aren't ready in every country in the world yet, so it's working on technology that's practical everywhere. Renault's upcoming cars will also be built on this E-Tech platform, making them more efficient, powerful, and low maintenance. Renault has also outlined a roadmap until 2030, in which it wants to make hybrid and low-emission vehicles the backbone of its company. They believe that a hybrid transition is necessary before the world can fully transition to electric. And the Clio is the first major step towards that change. If you liked the video, please give it a like, let us know what you think of the new Renault Clio in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be the first to see more auto news videos like this.